All right, so we just had an amazing conversation with Denise Nessel and with Christine Nobleseller, both of whom are directors for Giving Animals Voice, a nonprofit based here in Michigan, yay, Michigan, um, that has been doing some really cool research on animal communication and how it's helping. Their studies have focused on dogs. Just they had to pick a species, so they picked dogs. Um, but how animal communication has been helping dogs in shelters, with whatever it is that they're facing, identifying their homes they want to go to, and then ultimately leading to successful adoptions. And I thought I was just blown away. I mean, we knew to some degree, but I was blown away by how they got involved in this, but then also just bringing these conversations to life, if you will, letting the animals have their say in this. I was thinking it the whole time in this parallel of like when humans can have way more people, way more types of people, way more cultures at a conversation, the conversation's richer. And when you have animals at the table, like, I mean, if we could think of it in terms of like broadening the species conversation across the board, just how much richer everything would be. I think things would make so much more sense. But I'm curious what you guys thought of the conversation.
Well, was completely sucked into the let's bring this research and the data and the science into all of it. Obviously, we all know these things. We've all worked with clients, we've all worked with organizations where we've asked the animals in care, what is it that you need? What is it that you want to see? What is it that you have to make this a successful situation? And, doing that on an individual basis is fantastic, but the fact that they've taken this into the shelters and the rescues and have data to show that this has been helpful, doesn't it just make you feel like if we just took this into every shelter and rescue in the whole wide world, couldn't we change everything? And, y'all have heard me say this 100 times, but coming into animal communication from a training and behavior background, and she mentioned fear free several times. I was fear free certified and could still be. All of these things about giving the animals agency, giving them choice, giving them the opportunity to decide what it is they need for themselves is enormous.
Mhm.
And if we could God, if we can help spread the word about this and help or I don't know. I mean, I would volunteer some time if I had any left and and do this. I think it's super important. I think it's really, really important. I'd love to see it go into my shelters here in my area. What about you, Karen?
Well, what I love is Denise's story about how her dog, Charlie, who she renamed Darby, who happens to like his new name because it's way more, noble and elegant, um, how he changed her life, her perspective, and I think over and over again in all of our interviews and the things that we are learning from the animals is when we actually, truly look at them as peers on some levels or coexisting on the same planet together, that their perspective is just as important as ours, and we can learn a lot from it. And so just the way she got into it because of her dog Darby, we all know that animals have changed our lives for the better and actually been catalysts for massive change, massive realizations and awakenings. And so I love that that's how this kind of all started for her too. And you get to hear more about that.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, it was interesting conversation, and I hope people take a listen to it and send us questions about it. Even get in touch with givinganimalsvoice.org and seeing how you can help. But yeah, fascinating conversation. So thanks you guys again for another fun conversation.
Absolutely. And we'll see you all again next week.
Mhm.